Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sonic Heroes for the Nintendo GameCube. Last time we spent a rather unnecessarily long time in the casino levels, but that's only showing the regular missions. But now it is time for what I consider to be the most difficult mission in the entire game. Team Chaotix Extra mission for Rail Canyon. So this was the most normal level for Team Chaotix, just simply get to the goal ring, and it wasn't a glorified goal ring, it was just a goal ring. Even though it said infiltrate the terminal station. And that was where the client said it was going to be a difficult one. Try this one. And he is not kidding when he says don't waste any time. 6 minutes and it is tight. Most of Team Sonic's extra missions have been relatively simple with their timing. There were a few. Seaside Hill is quite a difficult one. I've had several close calls in Hand Castle and Mystic Mansion. But they've all been relatively simple. Not anymore, not this one. No, this one is hard. And I just don't know why it's so hard. You give us a bunch of other time attacks for Team Chaotix, and they're all straightforward and simple. Why is this one so difficult? The one where I don't have to worry about sneaking past stuff. The one where I don't have to stop in place and destroy a bunch of things. The one where I just need to keep going. And this is the most difficult one. And maybe that's why they realise, you know, we don't need to give them a bunch of time so that they can do this slowly and easily. But then again, in Frog Forest and Egg Fleet, you just had to destroy, you had to sneak past the enemies, thereby having no reason to stop and fight. But not in this level. But you still got to try and stop and fight as many times as possible in order to get the A rank. Normally I have a team blast by the time I get there. I don't know why I didn't that time, but I don't know. That team blast can be pretty costly actually, especially after I took the hit. I wasted even more time. And the real bit that can be the decider for this actually is that final section where you have a load of switches continually changing the rails. You've got to try and make sure it's blue before you hit the last bunch. So that bit can be costly. You've got to know what to skip when you get to the train set. You get past the train when you get to the exclusive part, the start of it, for Team Chaotix. You've got to know where to go. You can't afford to go the long way. You have to take the shortcuts. You have to make leaps of faith, basically. I mean, you have fly formation to help you out, but still, you still have to make leaps of, well, pretty much leaps of faith, and trying to make incredibly difficult jumps in a super strict time limit. I really shouldn't waste time there, because although they didn't think about it for some reason, SBO can get through there. Even though this is after Casino Park. Why am I wasting time? So I really shouldn't. And when 20 rings. Just you know that does give you get a power up for Vector. And again, I still don't know how Team Chaotix and Team Chaotix and Team Road. Well, no, that time it was because of the enemies. I don't know what I'm saying there, but randomly they will get 200 points every now and then. I don't know why. Charmy is pretty happy about it. He's like, "We did it! We did it! Yeah, we got 200. Well, 2,200." As opposed to Shadow, who just doesn't care. I don't know what SBO does. Those things slow you down. But the more speed you have, the less they slow you. See, even though I've got 1 minute and 50 left, that's still not that much for this level. Ignore the checkpoint because there's no point, because we are doing this, we have to do this in one run. Go onto the left rail because it's the faster one. I don't think there's any enemies over there anyway, so there's no point. In sections like this, I just recommend holding B or the grind button, whatever version you're playing. But generally I wouldn't recommend it. I only do it when you're actually going downwards. It's the only time it ever seems to actually speed you up. Right, this part can be, this is our first real decider section. Right, we finally got Charmy to level 3. That's going to help us out. Jump here. Make sure you get that armored train, which I have. Right, but that's just one. No! I don't have time for that. I don't gotta worry about this armored train as well. And of course, that's the time I managed to get over there. Yeah, it's gonna be super tight. But it always is when I do this mission. Right, go, go, go! Yes, I can see that, Eggman. Camera doesn't help. Right, go! Go! 17, 16, 15, 14. I think we're in the clear. I really shouldn't say that, but yeah, there we go. And then I clipped through the rail at the end. Oh, I wanted the robot! I forgot you can only attack onto the goal ring. Yeah, no, I couldn't get him. Now he's forced to just run in place for no particular reason. Go, go, wherever it is you're going. You're going nowhere, dude. Why is he running in place? Like, I guess it's done so the robots don't accidentally collide with you on the results screen, but I don't think that would matter anyway. I mean, what if that was the place he was in when I hit the goal ring? Can he end stage and get out if he hits the goal ring? Ugh, can't believe I actually managed to do that in one go. That's a rarity, if not the first time. That mission usually takes me many tries. But still, you can't afford to take too many mistakes there. I still only had about 10 seconds to spare. That is a strict time limit. 10 minutes I was in this level. 10 minutes! And now I gotta start it all over again. I mean, the first run was not going well, admittedly. I missed the capsule on the bobsled section twice, so I had to do that 3 times. And I missed 2 capsules in the first cannon section, which meant I had to redo half the level, if I got that far. So now we gotta do this again. Hopefully it won't take quite as long. Well, it might do by the time I do the entire level, but not to do that section. So let's try doing this with less failures. And that includes the death. Right, not gonna mess up like I did with Team Rose. Let's just jump over here. I try not to hit that dash pad, it's very possible to do so. It usually launches me back, but sometimes you can fall a bit short, but you should be able to fly over there. It should reset your flight. I think. Even then, it should send you far enough. Ooh, nearly landed all those bullets there. No pun intended. I mean, well, it makes sense though. This is Bullet Station. I do like to take out one of these trains. Now that I've come to realise Team Bass is not recommended. I don't know why I always tried. Like, every single time. For so many years. Destroy that box, because that's some of the switch, although there is a capsule on this side. And there have been several times where going after that box, I have actually clipped through the floor. But that is on the PS2 version, so I don't know if it happens here, because, you know, PS2 version. And I should state that the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes, I believe I did go over this before, it's not broken, it's still perfectly playable. You know, it was the Sonic game I played the most. but it is much... It's mainly the collision detection. Like every single time I go into Lost Jungle, I have mentioned that particular set of springs that I clip through every time I go through that loop. So I always have to just jump off the loop, because I will clip through those springs, because I do it every single time. No, you can't grab you when you're invincible, by the way. But it's still playable. It's not like the PS2 version of Shadow the Hedgehog, which really is super glitchy. I've had a number of moments where I have gone to a door, but it hasn't loaded the floor on the other side of the door. But because I'm trying to go fast, I end up going through the door the moment it opens. Because the door is much bigger than Shadow is. And as a result, I end up just falling into a black void. Right, I'm going to go after these capsules first this time, rather than miss them like I did before. You guys never saw that before. This guy's acting for a promotion. I can normally do that better. This guy's acting for a promotion. I can normally do that better. I'm going to try it one more time. Promotion. That's all I got right now. I can normally roll my R's quite well. Sometimes I just do it by accident. Like a lot of the words I say that have an R in it, I accidentally roll the R's for no particular reason. It's a good thing there's no capsules floating in the air here. I'm sure Shadow the Hedgehog would do something like that. Thankfully, there's no mission in Shadow the Hedgehog that requires us to destroy capsules. Oh, I think I missed one. Oh well. But I didn't miss the capsules this time. And that is good. Make sure you stop there right now. Make sure you stop pressing the accelerate button there. So that's the only formation change gate after power plan that's outside of a special stage. For some odd reason. It's a stupidly placed one. Yeah, I did have another moment in Shadow the Hedgehog where I was doing the digital circuit level, and when you're on the level select, although when you're going through the digital circuit, it'd be the first time you encounter Rouge anyway, even in story mode, and I got the hiccups. But I got to the part where it's supposed the camera's that was close. Where the camera's supposed to go and do a close up of Rouge. It's like, oh Shadow, what a coincidence running into you here. And it didn't do the close-up for some reason. Not only did it not show Rouge, but the floor, I picked that thing up accidentally the last time. The floor flat out just disappeared as I was moving forwards, and then I fell to my death. Because it failed to load a cutscene, and that apparently resulted in it unloading the floor. Now, the PS2 version of Shadow the Hedgehog is much more unstable than Sonic Heroes. And, well, the PS2 version of both games does suffer from numerous frame rate drops, and the frame rate is already half of what it is on the GameCube. But there are several moments in Shadow the Hedgehog where the frame rate becomes really bad. Which is odd for a game that's mostly black. And we're talking about the Ark. A level that really is mostly black. And a few meteors apparently cause... A few meteors and a few enemies are apparently enough to cause a tremendous amount of lag. And we're not talking like Sonic 06 levels, but we are talking... Actually, we're probably talking worse than Jungle Joyride or Adabat from Sonic Unleashed. And that level is notorious for its frame drops. But we are talking even worse than that. And thankfully, it's not as long. It doesn't last as long. It's made is one particular section, but still... It is really bad. It doesn't happen at all here on the GameCube. But PS2 Heroes, it's really not much of a problem. It looks like I'm doing it again, but there is a flower that takes me back to the start. I'm not sure if I got both those last ones or just one. But there is a flower that'll take us back to the train, which is apparently perfectly fine again now. Oh, and I forgot about that again. I forgot about that last time. Come on, guys. You do have a little bit of time before it spins again. You'll go right through it. I mean, you do have to go up here anyway to get those capsules. As well as that special stage key, should you not have one already? Should you need it? I do not need the one I currently have. It only gives me lives. Still, I have plenty of those. Right, watch out there. It's not the best place for the flower. I kind of wish it was on the other side, but anyway. And let's try this again. Remember just to always hit the brakes there because of that camera, and I failed. Well, that went well. Thankfully, I think there's only one more laser gate, so as long as I avoid those, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, the brake. Okay, I was just testing. The brakes are still a thing. Right, is it the one capsule or two? I did miss the other one. I can just see it. Now I can easily see it. I should manage to jump over that. Of course, unfortunately, because I hit the brakes as fast as I'm going. It doesn't even look like Vector's steering or anything. It looks like he's got his arm off on the side there. Alright, 10 more capsules. I don't have to restart the level from the beginning again. Hopefully. I always do get nervous here. Right, we saw this area for all the other teams, and Team Chaotix's normal mission. Shouldn't do that. Just in case I rocket excel. But now we can actually go through here, and it's annoying because you can see that switch is there for every single team. But for Team Sonic and Team Dark, can't get this far with Team Rose, even though they do have a second goal ring that sort of prevents you from doing that. A hidden second goal ring. I forgot the Switch. The Switch is back there. Nintendo Switch available now. I got mine this morning. Not kidding. At the time of this recording, I got it this morning. Ah! Don't do that, Charmy. Right, jump in here. That one up that pops in much later than you want it to. Aha! It's a good thing there's trains here. I'm convinced with these trains, it's the tunnel that's moving and not the trains. A high-speed transport tunnel. By what he means by that, it's a high-speed tunnel for transport. It's a high-speed tunnel for transport. Then the tunnel moves as the trains go nowhere. I guess you're not really transporting then. But don't worry about this flower. They just didn't bother putting another one in there for some odd reason. It takes you over there. I don't know why we couldn't just have another platform or a pole, but okay, we have a flower. And this is the only train as well where we actually have those spiky barbed fences that are actually blocking us now. And yeah, the flower that this actually takes you out to, I always used to actually go into that flower straight away thinking I had to. So I would always be backtracking through this train section until I reached the beginning. And then I would have to go through again. And then eventually I came to realise, much later, that that's not the way to do it. That it's actually just where it resets the level. Yeah, that pole always takes you beyond this section. You could probably jump off of it. But I've never done that. Right, I've got to be careful. The train does hurt you. As we've already seen before. So you have got to be careful there. You want to hit that flight gauge to get over there. Ooh, good thing that technically reset my flight thing. No, I don't want to do that. I didn't mean to switch formations to that point. I didn't even need to. Because SBO can't destroy the capsules, and neither does Team Blast for some reason. And that was weird. The center of the power core had fallen out of the ring around it. That was weird. That's a new one. that what happened in Grand Metropolis? At least this part won't be as long as what the recording is telling me. Right, good. It's done. It's easier levels after this. Because Frog Forest is nice and easy. It's nice and quick. Lost Jungle isn't quite so much, but it's still not too bad for a collectathon one. But first, I may as well just include this. See if I'm successful with it or not. Can I get that white emerald? Again. Yeah, these are much more broken on the PS2 version. Like, I can get the emeralds so much more easily here. I don't know why, I just can. And the frame rate is really, really bad. And there's nowhere near as much detail around the outside of the tube. I can clearly see the scene there, though, of the textures in the background. But like where all the water is in Seaside Hill, you can't see that at all. Like, you can just see a few little particle effects, and I just assumed it was water, because that was the closest thing it looked like. But GameCube and Xbox, you can easily see it. Nobody ever talks about the Xbox version for some reason. And I got nothing to say, I've never owned a Microsoft console. Windows laptops not counting. But yeah, so that's that. Next up we have a quite an easy mission, and not too bad. Fortunately it doesn't last that long. But that one's not so bad, but these other three, again, that was not too bad. But, we shall not continue these sound effects next time, so I will see you guys then. Enthusiasm's back.